You want respect? Then act like someone who demands it. Not with your mouth, not with empty words, but with how you move, how you think, how you carry yourself when nobody's watching. Respect doesn't come to the loudest. It doesn't come to the one who begs for it. It doesn't even come to the one who wants it the most. Respect comes to the one who acts like they don't need it. Because when you act like someone who already owns their space, already knows their worth, the world has no choice but to take notice. People treat you how you allow them to treat you. You walk like a doormat, you get stepped on. You act like you're beneath everyone, they'll believe it. You constantly explain yourself, apologize for your goals, shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You lose all presence. You want respect? Then walk like your footsteps matter. Speak like your words carry weight. Work like there's no backup plan, because nobody respects someone who moves like they don't respect themselves. It starts with how you wake up. You wake up late, scroll your phone, waste your morning. You're not commanding respect. You're reacting. You're living like a puppet pulled by impulses. Now flip that. You wake up early, you train, you build, you show discipline when it's inconvenient. Now people start to notice. Not because you told them what you're doing, but because your presence changes when you live with purpose. Your silence becomes louder. Your stillness becomes dangerous. Your time becomes expensive. You don't demand respect by screaming. You earn it by becoming the kind of person who doesn't need to ask for it. You walk into a room and people feel the difference. Not because you said something smart, but because your energy says, I don't tolerate nonsense. You hold eye contact. You speak with precision. You don't over-explain. You don't justify your decisions. Why? Because you know what you're about. Because you don't flinch when it's time to lead. Because you don't chase people. You build things they want to be part of. You don't have to be liked to be respected. Respect is built on consistency, truth, and action. It's built when people see that you're the same person on Monday morning as you are on Saturday night. It's built when you say no and mean it, when you say yes and follow through, when you draw lines and stick to them. Weak people will call it arrogance. Lazy people will call it obsession. But the real ones, the ones who move with fire in their chest, they'll recognize it and they'll respect it. Because real recognizes real. Act like your time matters. Stop giving it away to things and people that don't move you forward. Act like your word is law. Say what you mean. Do what you say. Period. Act like your energy is sacred. Don't beg for attention. Don't force anything. Walk away from drama without a word. Act like your vision is non-negotiable. Let people laugh. Let them doubt. You keep building. Act like you're not afraid to be alone. Because people respect the ones who can stand without a crowd. You're not meant to fit in. You're meant to stand out. Not with noise, not with clout, but with action, with consistency, with undeniable presence. People respect those who live by a code, those who don't fold when it gets hard, those who are ruthless with their standards and gentle with their purpose. You want to be that person? Then act like it. Not once, not when it's easy, every single day. Because respect isn't given, it's earned through discipline, through mindset, and through motion. Once you start acting like someone worthy of respect, you'll lose a lot of people. You'll outgrow them. You'll intimidate them. You'll make them uncomfortable. And that's exactly how you know you're on the right track. Respect is lonely at first because most people are scared to raise their standards. But when you keep going, when you don't drop your level to make others feel okay, you'll start attracting a different kind of circle. People who move like you, think like you, build like you, respect like you. It all starts with how you act. You act like a man with no purpose, you get ignored. You act like a woman with no direction, you get dismissed. But you act like someone on a mission? Now the world has to take a step back and make room. Not because you're better, but because you're moving different. You don't need to prove it. You don't need to beg. You don't need to convince anyone. You just act like it, and the world will adjust. Respect starts with how you treat yourself when no one's watching. Do you hit snooze or do you rise like someone on a mission? Do you eat like someone who values their body or like someone killing their energy? Do you speak to yourself like a leader or like someone who gave up a long time ago? People feel what you tolerate. They feel how you show up, and they respond accordingly. You don't get respect by demanding it. You get it by embodying it. It's not about being perfect. It's about being aligned. Your words match your actions. Your habits match your goals. Your focus doesn't waver depending on who's watching. And here's the part that separates the respected from the forgettable. You don't lower your standard to get closer to people. You raise your standard and see who rises with you. The people who matter will level up. The people who don't will fall off. Let them. Because the more you act like someone worthy of respect, the more your circle will shift. Suddenly, you're not surrounded by complainers. You're surrounded by competitors, builders, thinkers, discipline freaks. And that's when everything starts to change. Now, you don't have to explain your boundaries. They're understood. You don't have to argue your worth. It's felt. You don't need to scream your goals. You are your goal. Respect comes to those who create a rhythm so strong the world moves around them, not the other way around. You're not here to be liked. You're not here to entertain. You're here to lead, to build, to execute. And the moment you start acting like it every day, they'll have no choice but to respect you. Even if they never say it out loud, you'll feel it in how they look at you, how they listen, how they pause when you speak. That's not ego. That's the result of living with purpose. Respect follows those who never need to ask for it. So stop waiting for the world to validate you. Become undeniable. Become unshakable. Become so disciplined, so clear, so focused that respect becomes automatic. Not because they were told to respect you, but because they can't deny the force you've become. You want respect? Then show the world you don't move like the rest. You don't gossip. You don't chase validation. You don't explain your every move to people who don't even know where they're going. You're not here to be liked. You're here to leave a mark. People respect the one who keeps showing up, even when it's hard, even when it's lonely, even when there's no applause. Respect is built in the shadows, when nobody's watching, when it's just you, your goals, and your discipline. That's where the real ones are forged, not in spotlight, not in noise, but in silence, in sweat, in sacrifice. And when you come out of that, when you emerge after months, years of consistent, quiet, locked-in movement, they'll know. They'll feel it. They won't be able to ignore you. You won't need to say a thing, because your presence will say it all. The way you move, the way you carry yourself, the way you look people in the eye without flinching, because you know what you've been through to get here. Respect doesn't come fast. It doesn't come cheap. But when it's real, it never leaves. And understand this. People respect those who've been through fire and didn't complain, who were betrayed and didn't fold, who were doubted and kept moving. That's power. You want to be respected? Then act like someone who knows exactly who they are and refuses to become anything less. You don't need to flex. You don't need to talk. You just keep building, keep rising, keep sharpening your edge until the room has no choice but to notice you. The world doesn't give respect. It gives you chances to earn it. Every day you wake up is a test. Are you acting like someone people admire or someone they forget? Are you acting like a leader or a follower? Are you acting like your vision matters or like you're waiting for someone else to save you? No one's coming. And that's the good news, because now it's on you. Now you get to become that version of yourself that commands respect without ever saying a word. Now you get to walk like someone on a mission. Now you get to show the world exactly what happens when you stop talking and start acting. Act like this, and people will respect you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually, without warning, they'll start watching. They'll start copying. They'll start following. And they won't even know why. But you will, because you've been acting like